Now, this particular one is going to stay another thing entirely. What role do you think personal beliefs or values has played in feminism? Now, this point is either from negative part or from positive part. So
What do
let's
you
start.
mean by personal beliefs? Religion.
I don't like to use the word religion
But
because
is
the
that
thing is,
what you
oh,
mean?
yeah, well, this is it. It could be your mentality. It could be your faith. So it's
Values,
broad.
right?
It's broad. It's beliefs, personal beliefs and values. So
Okay.
don't just make it about religion. Of course, as a man of faith, everything I do is guided by religion. It's guided by my faith. But everything I do is based on my faith because I believe that I'm a Christian. So, and I believe that the word of God is complete.
Mm.
That's what I believe. So that's just it. Let's move on. So stop rolling your eyes at me. All right. So in this note,
I would like to go last.
Ah,
okay,
hey God.
I will be the one to determine that. Won't
I
I?
will say,
Yes.
If only we should
Actually, I will be the
we
one to
will do
determine
one.
that, not you.
Minimal
You are not to.
interruption if I go last.
Please,
I
Go
agree.
first.
Teresa, let's start with you.
me.
Yes, let's start with you. Yes.
Okay, I think that we are products of our environments and our experiences. So those are what form these beliefs and values, and they are very important in how we view feminism. Um, if you ask yourself the question, what is your tribe? I'm not talking about Yoruba, Igbo. What is your tribe? Like, what influences you? When you get up in the morning and you think of going out, who are the people that you see as your role models? Who are the people that you look up to? They influence how you would look at the next person. So and this could then become yield positive or negative ways in which you see feminism. If you grew up in a household where women are told you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do this, it shapes your experiences. But then let me still go back to this political agenda thing. It doesn't mean that you have to remain there. It doesn't mean that because you grew up in that environment, you are going to remain there before fear of, oh, now I'm changing. Oh, now she went to Europe, now she's thinking different. Is that different better for the society? Is that different going to make a positive change in the society? It doesn't matter what that society is going to say. Oh, Teresa now went to Europe. So now she now thinks that as a woman, she can hold her own, she can speak, she can talk when men are talking. It's not because of Europe, it's because you have taken a conscious decision to shape your beliefs, not based on only on your past experiences, but on the new experiences that you are getting. So yes, beliefs shape them, but we too can shape those beliefs. We don't just have to stay stuck because, okay, this is how I was brought up. I can't change this. I'm from Africa and this is how we behave. So we beliefs shape them, but we choose whether we want to change those beliefs or not. You look at the beliefs, is this going to make a positive change in society or a negative one? It doesn't end at this is how I was brought up, or this is how I've always done it. This is how I've been told that I should do it. So I have to stay like that. It doesn't need to even come from politics. You look around you and see how this type of thinking has shaped different societies. Would my society have been better if I had grown up thinking different? Can I shape my beliefs? Can I now change my values and behave like that?
Yes.
That's it from here.
Yeah, I think you did a very nice job with that. That's a very, very, very good job.
She spoke like a
Um,
politician.
yeah. So what I want to say is this.
Politician, who said that?
No, it's not because she's a politician. Actually, because I think she has evolved. So that's what I would say, honestly speaking, because it comes to understanding how you have grown personally. you know, a lot of people tend to generalize feminism, but it actually really starts from who you are as a person and how you want to influence the society. That's just it. And I will also apologize to Teresa because I didn't finish the whole question. But still, you did a great job with it. The next attack towards the role of personal beliefs and values, then do you think these values are positive or negative? How should feminism not be defined? Yeah, because the truth of the matter is that it is abundantly clear that our specific views on these issues are rooted deeply in our own personal and direct experiences. Sometimes rather than on data, research, or science surrounding the issues. So that's the reason why the question came to be. All right, let's go to Adefunke. What do you have to say about that?
Thank you very much, Teresia, for expanding the discussion. You took words literally from my mouth. But to add a little bit also to what she has already said without trying to repeat exactly what she said, a lot of our mindset is a function of upbringing. And as parents, your mindset plays a huge role on your child. So many of the things that we have consumed are as a function of what our parents believed in. Even when it comes to faith and whatnot, we get these things from them. So if they are not evolving, we are not evolving, at least till we become adults. And there's this Yoruba proverb that says that "Toba bi e o ma tun ra e bi," or something like that, that even though that they have given birth to you, you still have to do some training for your own self. So there's a lot of unlearning and relearning to do because our parents were not perfect and they didn't know it all. So yeah, what they passed down to us perhaps worked in their time. And maybe it was fine. Back then, maybe women didn't do much per se. Even the career mothers didn't really do too much. But now we are juggling the same 9 to 5. We are juggling the same everything. And then you still have some weird expectation of having that same mentality of somebody who doesn't really do much, maybe closes work at 1 and is home at 2, or doesn't work at all. And you're having that same expectation. So there's a lot of learning and unlearning to do when it comes to feminism in that regard, and personal beliefs. And the fact is that we need to be teachable as people. So if I come and start explaining the reasons you should take care of your own shit to you, is
Mind
and
language,
you
please.
and you take that quite personally, there's already a problem, because maybe you were trained as a child that your wife is supposed to be the one to do these things. Okay, I'm not against whoever taught you that, but this is modern times, and you need to understand that activities have taken the place of so many things. Now I work, now I do this, now I do that, I am also doing that, and you also want me to contribute, etc., etc. And you don't want to evolve, but you want the evolved version and also the old version of me simultaneously. It doesn't work that way. You want the present day version and you want the back then version as well. But at the end of the day, like, it's
We
important
don't
that,
share the responsibilities.
yeah,
We can split the
but you want to
bills.
split the bills. Yeah,
It builds resentment. That's
you want
friction.
the, yeah.
Even if it's
Now
not
we are going
spoken,
back to
there's
attack.
a lot of
Now we
resentment.
are going back to attack
So
right now.
basically,
So Adefunke, I
yeah,
will not want you to talk too much. You have made a perfect point. Don't
yeah,
ruin it.
okay, but we are not done. What else did you your questions were many. So
Yeah, my
what
questions
do
are
I think
many.
that these are, do I think that these values are positive, or do I think that they are negative? So I believe the values you are talking about is these personal beliefs.
Yes.
in general, your personal beliefs go a long way in deciding who you are as a person. And no matter what belief system you have, they can still be changed. Your knowledge can still be updated. So it's a function of whether you are updating your own knowledge or not. Personally, I feel my own personal beliefs are positive because I try to learn every time. I try to upgrade myself every time. How can I be a better version of me? Personal beliefs. And then how should feminism not be defined? Feminism should not be defined as an attack against men. I am not trying to attack the male gender by telling you to maybe do the dishes or clean up after yourself with something or take. I'm not stopping my role as whoever I am, but you are
as
being
Funke, not as a woman.
as Funke, yeah. But you as a person, you are becoming better as a person. It's not an attack on you. Me wanting, how does me knowing my value make you worthless? It's not, that's not the whole point. Just because I value myself and see value in myself and I want to be heard does not mean that you have no value. So feminism should not be seen as an attack against men, and men should not feel intimidated because women want to achieve more. How does me achieving more mean you are achieving less, except if it's not just a mentality issue? So my fight is not that I want to be a man. I don't want to be a man. I don't want to go.
It's not about being the same. No.
I know it's not even sameness. We are not the same. We
are not the
can't
same.
be.
That's a
We
fact.
can't be the same. So the fight is not that I want to be you. I don't want to play head of house with you. I don't want to play I'm the man with you. No, no, no. I just want to be heard, and regular things should be done. Like my work is recognized. And me knowing my work does not mean you are worthless. It's I don't know. Let me end it there so that I don't go too much.
Yeah, it's good. So actually, I'm tempted. I'm tempted to give only a wish, but because I can see her shaking her head, clapping, I think she's excited. Go next. Only.
I would actually, for the sake of balance, argue that we should not end a feminist talk with the perspective of a man. I think a feminist talk should be ended with the perspective of a woman. And right now, we've had 3 women speak about feminism, and the 2 men have not answered the question about their personal beliefs and the effect they've had on their viewpoint.
Everybody's waiting for their turn. You see, this is one point that Adefunke mentioned. It should not be an attack. Now, you also contradict yourself again by saying it should be seen from the perspective of female, not male. But you were arguing before that it's about both genders. So now I'm confused further. No, I don't get it. So
do you disagree that a conversation about feminism should not?
It's not about disagreement or no agreement. I'm just saying that I don't get you as a person.
I understand you don't. No. I completely understand that you don't understand my perspective. That is completely clear. Don't worry. I have no 2 ways. I understand you're confused about my perspective.
So it confused me.
I can go next if you want. I was just giving a suggestion.
To go next. I thought you started. Go ahead.
I think this conversation has been a perfect. If anyone is watching this conversation, I would like to say that the male perspective and the female perspectives in this show have shown what feminism is trying to fight against. In my opinion, the women.
In other way, in short,
I'm sorry. Is it my turn to speak or is it your turn to speak? Okay. If you see clarification, please, we can do that at the end. You can ask at the end.
Really, I apologize.
Thank you. This entire conversation, can you hear me?
Go ahead, your 2 minutes.
Has been about what women have been trying to fight against since this conversation has begun. The first time I heard about feminism was when I was told I can't do something because I'm a woman. And I've been hearing that my entire life. Why are you so aggressive with your speaking? Why do you sit like that? Why is your hair like this? Why are you trying to do this? Are you trying to be a man? And this is the entire conversation we've been having. Men being defensive, not listening, not trying to see the other perspective, but going, but. And they have listened in some aspects, but my perspective of this conversation has been always perceiving themselves as being attacked. Every time I have spoken, somebody has said, "Why are you attacking me?" And that has been my entire life, basically. So right now, after being told, go ahead, do your thing, let's leave it for the men to speak and tell us, what is feminism?
All right. Are you done with your contribution? All right. So I'll go to D now.
I'm just gonna mind my words now because before but I have to say this is a problem if say I'm not able to get your perspective because I want to get your perspective. I don't want to misunderstand you. I want to understand you. But I'm not going to talk about that because I have to address that first before I answer that question of values because it was directed to the men. The men have been defending themselves. Now talking about values and beliefs when it comes to feminism, I believe that something is wrong only when you apply it to someone who sees it as wrong and they don't like it. If say you can do something, like for example, meet someone and do something ignorantly, and the person will correct you. Now it's your mindset to say, okay, did I do something wrong? And does the person like what I did or not? And in this sense, when it comes to being in a society where everyone is considered as equal, be it a woman or a man, they are equal in every aspect. Be it politically, economic, and social, they are equal. And you want to bring your beliefs, where like from where you came from to that community, then I think that's a problem. That's when we say we adapt, we evolve, based on your environment you find yourself. I cannot go to a country where they don't accept that women should be this or that. I cannot go there and start fighting that I want because they themselves they believe that is what they like. So I'm gonna respect what they believe, but I'm not gonna accept that belief because it might affect my values, and my values is what defines like who I am and how I see things around me. And these values was given to me or was impacted on me by my parents or by the society I grew in or I was brought up in. And this is the same with everyone. And right now, I should say my perspective about feminism before or about women equal. It wasn't like the same, like 10 years back or 5 years back. As days goes by, as years goes by, I grew up to understand the thing that there are times that like what Teresa mentioned, or also that we say things that are offensive, but we don't know that they are offensive based on that person's experience that they have gone through, or what they have been through in terms of this particular topic. And because some people are sensitive about it, they might turn up not to understand the other party who is trying to, who is just getting it, or who is trying to accept or to familiarize themselves around it. So what I can say is, for those who are feminists out there, of course I am feminist also. I support for all those who
You're
push.
not a feminist.
I'm a feminist. Of course, I am a feminist.
Neither of you are feminists. Just know.
Don't
Just
interrupt.
know.
I'm a feminist also. But just you saying that it's also offensive to have to be defensive because I know deep inside, I know what I accept, and based on my values. We're talking about values now. I accept based on my value. It doesn't mean that the other person who sees this wrong, it means I'm offending them because I have no dealing with them. So in essence, the level of feminist mindset is not the same everywhere you go. Everyone has their own perspective when it comes to that, and I don't think everywhere like there's a particular way of doing it or which is correct, because someone always wants to be correct and everyone cannot be correct. I think so somehow there should be a balance somewhere.
Yeah, thank you for that contribution.